Good morning, YouTube. My name is Jeff Blohm. I'm the author of the book Is to Cross the Answers, August 21st, 2013. And today's 6-minute sermon is Life Beyond the Cross. Life Beyond the Cross. But first, let me apologize for not getting this sermon to you last Sunday. I'll be back on track this coming Sunday unless the Lord leads me. Otherwise, all sermons will be on Sundays. Now, last week we talked about life in front of the cross, which is a natural life, a life where you're dealing with your emotions, your logic, your intellect, those types of activities to determine the basis of your life, the directions and decisions that you make. Now, the cross is where Jesus gives us the opportunity to move into the supernatural realm, to have God's abilities within us, basically taking God's super and our natural, combining it, and having what we call the sixth sense, or the Spirit of God in us to do the things that Jesus did here on earth. Now, it also allows us to see prophetically into the future, basically do a lot of the things that God does on a much smaller scale, but it gives us that ability. And to move beyond the cross, we must act by faith. That's the sixth sense. When you move by the Spirit of God, you're actually moving by faith. Understand that, because no logic or intellect will be involved. Trust me. When you move by faith, your logic and intellect will be asking you, what are you doing? Even your emotions. I don't like this. All of that which is natural will come against what is God. Now, that is strictly Bible, so be warned. It's not going to be a comfortable experience. Moving by faith is a supernatural experience. Goes against your natural body, your natural mind, your natural logic. What eventually will happen is that you will create a new natural logic, a new natural intellect, a new natural mind, and supernatural mind, supernatural life, supernatural intellect, and it will be attached to your faith. So it's like having two systems, and that's the life that you have here on earth. You have a life in front of the cross and a life beyond the cross. The life beyond the cross is attached to the Spirit of God. The life in front of the cross is attached to all your natural senses, your five senses, and plus your ability to do logic and to do intellect. Okay? But remember, Jesus is no longer on the cross. He sits at the right hand of the Father, and it says that you are in me and I am in the Father. So therefore, if you are born again, you know that you were bought with a price, then you must understand that you must be where Jesus is for your life to really work out. You have become an enemy to the natural realm when you have accepted Jesus, Lord and Savior. That's the reason why a lot of times, and I know you experience this if you are born again, a lot of times it seems like what you used to do, you don't want to do anymore, or you can't do anymore. You're not accepted anymore. You're kind of like an outcast. I liken it to the devil sending an alert out to all the people that are serving hell and saying, this person is now a wanted person. He has accepted Jesus, or she has accepted Jesus, Lord and Savior. They're an outcast. Don't accept them anymore. Run from them. Why? Because that light that shines on you, he doesn't want to keep losing people in his kingdom. He doesn't want to lose them to you, to that light that's in you. Because remember, like I told you last week, you are a light and you are leading people to the cross. And from there, somebody else may win their soul. That you don't worry about that. You just need to be light and salt to the world, just like Jesus said, okay? But for as far as making your life work here on earth, that's a supernatural event. That's God's responsibility, and that's why you must act from the standpoint of faith, or that sixth sense. That's the life beyond the cross, okay? So you must operate from a new realm, a realm that where God speaks. I liken it, I always ask pastors and things like this, where in me can I find God's voice? It's not in your head. To me, it's in a place that's deep down in your belly. That's why in the Bible it says that your belly will flow like rivers of water. It's deep down in the belly area. It's that deep internal sense that you have. Some people call it a mother's instinct, that instinct, that innate instinct that lets you know something that your intellect couldn't tell you, that your logic couldn't tell you, that your emotions couldn't tell you, that your five senses couldn't tell you. That's the place. It provides you with so much information. It protects you from so many things. That's what it is. And also remember this, life beyond the cross is a place where God's will for your life is done. He is supernatural. So you got to expect the will of God for your life to be supernatural. things that your intellect could not determine from you, that your logic could not determine, that your finances, your five senses could not determine for you. It's a totally different realm. That's why I said when I did the sermon on reality and actuality, life in front of the cross and life beyond the cross. Yes, the reality is that your senses, your logic, and everything want to tell you, look at your bank account, look at this, look at that, and let me fix it. But your actuality, or living beyond the cross, tells you, don't look at that. Look at Jesus. The work has been finished. All is taken care of. You're just fulfilling the will of God for your life. Keep walking by faith, and you will be totally fulfilled and satisfied. A lot of what happens in my life, I am not completely thrilled about. But in the end, God always makes it work out. Even right now, I'm walking through some things that I'm not completely happy about or satisfied with, but God has a track record of fixing all things and showing me the actuality of the life beyond the cross and the reason for what I'm doing. I hope this helped you understand that you should lead a life beyond the cross.